Born on July 24, 1897 in Atchison, Kansas, Amelia dreamed of adventure and discovery. And when she learned there was such a thing as a pilot's license, she knew what she had to do. She wasn't content to be a passenger sitting back while someone else did the steering. She wanted to be the one in the cockpit. In 1920, she took her first flying lesson and 2 years later bought her own plane. In 1928, she became the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean as a passenger. But that wasn't enough for her. She wanted to be the first woman to fly solo nonstop across the Atlantic. And in 1932, she did it. Flying more than 2,000 miles in 19 hours, she proved she could navigate the skies just as well as any man. Over the next 5 years, she set numerous records for speed and distance, inspired countless women to take up flying as a career, and helped found an organization for female pilots, the 99s. She also worked as an advisor, lecturer, and writer, becoming one of the most famous women in the world. But Amelia wasn't done setting records. In 1937, at the age of 39, she teamed up with navigator Fred Noonan to attempt an around-the-world flight. They named their plane the Lockheed Electra. The route was more than 22,000 miles, and they had to complete several tricky legs, including one from Lae, New Guinea to tiny Howland Island in the Pacific. On July 2, 1937, they took off toward Howland. But things went wrong. Amelia's radio transmissions to the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Itasca indicated trouble, poor visibility, navigational difficulties, and finally that they were running out of fuel. "We are flying north and south," she said. Then the radio went silent. The U.S. launched a massive search operation involving ships and planes, and the Coast Guard combed the ocean for the Electra. But after weeks and months, nothing conclusive was found. In 1939, Amelia was declared legally dead. To this day, nobody knows exactly what happened to her plane or its passengers. Over the decades, multiple hypotheses have emerged. Some believe that Amelia and Fred crashed into the ocean when they ran out of fuel. Others suggest that they may have landed on an uninhabited island, perhaps Nikumaroro, and survived briefly before perishing. Some have even proposed more unconventional theories, but none has been conclusively proven. In recent years, interest in the case hasn't faded. New expeditions plan to search the ocean floor around Howland Island, analyze artifacts found on remote islands, and re-examine radio transmissions between Amelia and the Coast Guard. Some hope to find proof that she and Noonan really did crash. Others are looking for evidence that they survived for some time after their plane went down. Some believe that Amelia and Fred may have even lived out their remaining days on a deserted island,